Hey, 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 we're chubby.
That's right.
We're drinking Busch Light. We're Chubby Bartenders. Got a special guest with us. We're Chubby Bartenders. That's right.
That's right.
Yes, tune in. All right. Hey, we got a couple special guests with us here tonight. We are missing Big CR.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's on the road. So, we've got Mr. Dylan Stulley here tonight, and Tyler, the producer,
Howdy.
is standing in for Mr. Chad Reynolds. So before we get started, man, hey, if you guys get a chance, if you guys are sitting around listening to too much Chubby Bartenders and you need to kick off a little weight, go see our boy Jason Prater over at AP Prep in Chillicothe, Ohio. Those guys, they're earning the day over there. They've got boxing classes in the morning. They've got, I mean, if you are wanting to really like specialize in your field, that would be the place to go. Tell Jason what you're looking to do. I mean, he is the one that is responsible for Scott Massey beating me in that weight loss competition. So he has proven results. And speaking of Massey, you know, after he got done whipping up on me, he went back and he's still running his successful business, Geiger Brothers Construction, over there on Ralph Street in Jackson. They specialize in construction and engineering. So if you've got a big project or something that you need done, and I mean, even on a local level, those guys could probably, if there's something you can't figure out how you're wanting to design it, I'm sure you could take it over there. And Scott and one of his crew members could come over and give it a once over, give it a look. So give them a call, 740-286-0800. And right down the street is our good buddy, Mr. Brad Munn. He's been working late this week. There must have been a lot of emergencies. So
There was a line out to the road when I
was
came.
there? Oh man, he's
Killing
they
it.
just love his food down there at the Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, and MacArthur McDonald's. So go see our boy Munn. He's constantly giving to the community, and you know, whether it's cups or high C orange or whatever, he's taking care of kids all over the Southern High area. So make sure you go see our boy Munn, and after that, stroll down the hallway and come see me, Gillum Insurance. So
Indeed.
we're rocking down there. So give us a call. But we got Dylan Stulley with us here this evening,
Excited to be here.
and his hair and mustache.
Yeah, they had to come separate.
They did. You
Yeah.
grew up yourself, did you?
Yeah, I was on a motorcycle. They were on the sidecar. And
I'm going to tell
We
you,
got
that's
here.
pretty impressive, man.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I grew up myself earlier when I got here, he said.
How long does it take to grow hair like that?
Oh, man, I actually lived in California. When I left out there, I was like, man, I'm not getting a haircut for a while. Like, I'm just done with it. It was growing out. You have to go every 2 weeks for a haircut. I was like, I'm just growing it out. So I grew it out for like 3 years, and this, like, my hair, when it wasn't a mullet, was like copied and pasted from my mom's head to my head. Like, I swear it's like identical when she taught me how to take care of it, and set me up with all the products. And, you know, if you're going to have it, you got to take care of it.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I don't have that problem.
you got a cool beard, though. I can't grow a beard.
Your mustache coming in. You will.
If
I
I
like
could grow a beard, it wouldn't just be a mustache, you know.
Well, but
you wouldn't even know I had a
I
nice
can tell by your
mustache.
beard. You'll be able to. I was like that. I was real baby faced, and I'm not. I'm still kind of. I'm not saying you'll
Yeah.
ever be able to grow a real thick beard.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
My uncle said by the time I can grow one, I'll probably not want a beard. And I was like, well, I don't think that's possible.
I've been at this one a while, but now you still have to trim them.
You do.
You know, but
Yeah, I still have to shave because, like,
Yeah.
it grows all in my throat. Like a grody throaty is what I call
well,
it.
I could be like a real fat
Oh,
Amish
dude,
looking guy.
For some reason,
Beard down underneath my double chin.
that's exactly what I look like. And for some reason, people let me get that bad.
Really?
Yeah, they don't tell me it looks awful. Maybe they just know I know it looks awful, which I do. But for some reason, I'll go like a month and a half, 2 months without shaving sometimes, and it's just, it should not happen.
Well, you strike me as a gentleman that's living. You're not real concerned.
You know, I get that a lot. I have worries, but, you know, it's just life's too short to worry about too much. So,
You guys hear that yelling?
Yeah, it sounded like someone was dying outside. I don't know what's happening.
Could have been a dog. We don't know.
Could have been.
Who knows?
It is Wednesday.
Don't ask any questions, and you won't get any answers. You know what I'm saying?
So I think the first time I met you, Dylan, was at Jen's place at Salt Creek Adventures.
Yes, sir. That's a summer job.
Was that this past summer or the summer before?
I think it was this past summer.
About had to have been this past summer.
Yeah.
Because I think you said, hey, you're a chubby bartender.
Yeah, I was like, you're one of those guys at Chubby Bartenders. Huh?
Yeah.
I had no idea any background or anything. I just saw it on Facebook. And
He
I
was
like,
he was packing our gear for us.
yeah, I
So
load
he was-
kayaks over there. And so I get there at like, I'm supposed to get there probably 9, but I roll in about 9:30 because, you know, I know Jen real well and she doesn't expect much. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get in there and, you know, load kayaks until 3 or 4 when it slows down and go down there and retrieve them from the creek because people that go over there like to leave them out there.
I bet that's a bear, ain't it?
Oh my gosh, man. I've been in that creek so many times. Where that dam is,
Yeah.
people will dump their kayaks before the dam because they're afraid to go across it in their kayak
then
and
walk-
just leave them there.
And then what they do? Walk over the
They
dam?
walk over the dam. Like,
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No.
it's like
You ever
so unneeded.
paddled that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
About flipped it.
I watched Bo.
Yeah, but
Bo
you
just-
didn't.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, everybody about flips it. That's,
Bo
the,
flipped
that's the
his.
point, man.
I watched Bo flip his. Yeah, Bo flipped his right there. at
My
the end.
dad took one of my buddies kayaking. I wasn't there. My dad loves my friends and getting them into all sorts of messes, and he flipped and they lost paddles and they were all upset because they lost the paddles. I was like, it was getting dark. They knew they shouldn't have went. You know, it's just sometimes you just know that things are going to go south.
Yeah.
And you do things anyway, and you just get on with it. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the ride. Go buy a new paddle or whatever.
I bet canoeing that at dark would be cool.
I bet it would. People camp out that way, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
You can go camping there and everything. Jen will hook you up. Jim and Derek, they got that cool cabin too.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
renovating everything.
yeah. They just got engaged. Congrats.
In the coolest way too. Did you see that?
Yes, she was shooting a tank or
Shooting
something.
a
wasn't
tank.
it? Yeah, and
Dude,
then she
Jen
turned
does it
around.
all,
Did you
man.
see it?
She's a
No,
bad
I
mamma
didn't.
jamma.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah, she freaking fired a tank and then turned around and Derek in all of his glory was sitting down there on one knee.
Yeah,
It's like,
That's
there you
sweet.
go, boy.
yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty
Yeah,
cool,
it
man.
is
They
pretty
kick it
cool.
like karate. They're pretty cool kids. That's
So
for
then,
sure.
you know, so that day, I think you said, hey, you know, and we started talking, and you said, hey, man, I'm a musician,
Mhm.
you know, and so I looked you up, and we've had you down to bar,
Yeah, I was
and
at Stockroom
you did a good
one night.
job, man. I
It
was,
was
I was happy with your show. It
I appreciate it.
thought you did a nice job.
Appreciate
you know,
it.
it's,
It was fun.
Are you just getting going at this kind of?
Yeah, so I have a background in Christian music.
Okay.
I played, you know, in churches growing up, and
Somebody is dying out there.
yeah, somebody is yelling out there, huh?
Huh. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, there could be a fight.
Yeah,
Maybe
there could
World
be.
Star. We'll tag World
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
and get a
that's
fight
a
in here or
barstool.
something.
We might get another special guest here before
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Somebody off
Yeah.
the streets.
Yeah.
Show us how it's done.
I don't know where that could be.
Well, is it Cheeseburger Wednesday?
Could be.
I don't know.
You know how that goes, man. Cheeseburger Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds
Down the street.
sounds a little
But
wild. Yeah, so I have a background in Christian music and just have always loved music, man. I'd go to nursing homes and play for old people and
so
just,
you've always played. You just now kind
Yeah,
of started gigging out in the bars.
Yeah, I've always played and had a love for music since I was real young. You know, even from, I know everybody says it, but like banging on pots and pans and stuff, that's just always how it's been. And so
How'd you
I've
learn?
kind of, I had a guitar and, you know, I think what I started doing was watching some old VHS or something like that of like, I think it was like Mel Bay or something.
Yeah,
like
Mel
that.
Bay guitar, book of guitar
Yeah,
chords.
and he was like showing. I get so annoyed with lessons because he's like, "This is what you put your foot on, and this is how you hold a guitar." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
They
we know
started
that,
at the
but-
beginning. It was from
I
know,
know,
the
but
couch
I mean,
to the
they got it
stage.
done. They got it done, but I think I did that, and then I got one of those chord charts from Walmart.
Uh-huh.
and
Like a
I just-
poster?
Yeah,
I remember those.
Yeah, I was never really into lessons. I'd rather just sit there and figure it out myself, but.
You wish you would have taken lessons.
Sometimes you'll get around people, and I'm sure you've been around those people that like can talk about music. Like I could talk
Like
about
music theory.
but like they talk about theory and minor
Yeah.
fourths and
Yeah, I don't have
whatever, and
any
I'm
clue.
like, you lost me,
Drummers are the ones that know that. It seems like the most.
yeah, they do. A lot of like metal instruments, like or musicians,
Mhm.
they know a lot about.
They get
that
into
stuff,
like
too.
you said, the fourths, the sixths, the sevenths.
They can
you
do a
know.
lot wilder crap though. So I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
and
that's
I'm
cool.
like, is that G?
are we in E flat? I don't know. You lost me, dude.
Yeah.
You lost me. But yeah, so I've been gigging. I had a couple songs that were country song style, and was like, man, I need to do something with these, but I was like, I'm almost scared to put them out for some reason, and so I just released them, and I've been writing and releasing stuff since. And
I wish that I would have got into that more. It seems like I'm glad to hear you're doing that, because I just learned cover songs all the time, and you know, and then I started gigging, and you'll find yourself doing this once you start gigging. Writing is hard to keep up with.
It is,
because you're constantly learning the hottest covers. And
exactly, yeah. Like, especially like around here, you don't go out and play. You know, I have like 8 songs, and I play for 3 hours, so the math doesn't really add up there. So, and of course, you got to do like every time period, you got to do a 90s country song, a 2000s country song, you know, and get a pop cover from each one. So you don't really have a whole lot of time to write.
No.
And you know, so it's tough, and plus you're like starting out, like I don't know how to do any of this stuff, so I'm just like gigging and trying to message people and be like, hey.
So you never played with a band or nothing to kind of get the hang of it, like with guys that have done it before?
Not country guys that have done it before. No.
In church, you were permanently set up.
I was actually a worship leader. So
but you didn't know the ins and outs of running chords, and
I knew how to talk to a band and how to get, you know, like how to talk to them and get them, because like I sang in church and directed a band.
No, I mean, like I'm talking like even setting up your PA and
right. No, not really. I actually lived in California for 2 years doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I went through an internship, kind of like the recording workshop in Chillicothe, pretty much the same thing. You know, coiling cables, doing all the grunt work, loading in and out.
That's what got me. I got tired of that.
I got tired of it too, man. But it was cool.
I got to
like,
do it before we leave tonight. Remind me.
Yeah, it never.
I need a bunch of chords for this
It's
weekend.
never fun. Never fun.
Oh man, so that's the biggest grind.
It's like you're learning, but you're like you don't even want to learn it because you know that you're gonna have to do that more now that you know how to do it. So.
Yeah. How old are you, Dylan?
I'm 24.
24. So you're
24 years young.
You got a good jump on it anyway. But
I tried. I always feel like I came into it way too late.
You're not, I mean, there's nothing. You didn't really come into anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I guess I don't mean that in a bad way.
No,
like you know, this level that you're at, you're either like it's a big level, and that's where I was. You know, and you either have to make not like a high up level, but I'm saying like there's a lot of different pockets to that level.
Totally.
And you can go play, like you said, nursing homes.
Yeah.
You can go play bars. You can go play weddings. You can go play, you know, private shows or parties.
You could make
whatever you want to do. You could make a living at it. You really could.
Oh,
but you're going to be playing out 5-6 nights a week.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know they give you free beer and a meal and you know $200 in your pocket or something, and you know you get a $20 tip. But
but I mean, think about it.
It's cool though. It's
you're
not
at
a
4
bad
hours.
Yeah.
You know, you're at 4 hours. I mean, that's what you kind of got to look at too.
Yeah.
That's what I used to see it. I was like, well, you know, if I can make this in 2 hours, 3 hours, then that's not bad.
I mean, it's on a Saturday where you know I want to be going out somewhere to karaoke or something,
like my dad
with my friends or something.
I remember when I started like playing real heavy. I was I had some extra money, you know, just because I was gigging a lot.
Right.
And I was telling my dad one time, like, yeah, man, I'm finally starting to come out of the hole a little bit. And he was like, well, he's like, look at the net swing that is. He's like, because if you ain't out there making it, you're going to be out there spending double that, you know. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty true.
That's a good point.
But yeah, and like I said, that where you're at right now is, like not the grunt work, but this, you know, taking your stuff, setting it up 4 or 5 nights a week, doing all that. It is a lot of work. People don't realize it. It really is. It's no, it's not. It's not horrible work. I've done worse.
I mean, it's not. It's nothing crazy. Like you gotta. I mean, the grunt work is carrying in your, you know, your subs and stuff. But I mean, I have a lot of friends that help me with it, and they're
the more
always
compact and easy you can make this, the better.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, people want these crazy elaborate and I did. You know, I took everything I possibly could with me for a while because I wanted to be, you know, I wanted people to come and be like, man, that is so cool. But
why do you like to play? Like, why do you like to go out and gig?
At the heart of me, like before musician, nurse, like dude with a mullet, before anything, I love people. Like that is, I don't know a stranger.
Yeah.
I love going random places and talking to random people and getting myself into weird situations and stuff. And I love people. I love.
So it's really not the music.
I mean, the music is just
Number 2 or 3, but
it's just something that I can do that I love doing, that it translates well. And I mean, I've gotten to meet so many cool people just through traveling and stuff, just weird connections that you would never ever think.
and they'll last.
Oh yeah. No doubt. Like
You'll make friends.
yeah, Puma Reveal.
Yeah.
So I've known him I met him at my first ever country gig that I played, and I had a band playing with me.
That like
And it was
last
in
year
Chillicothe, yeah, October 12th, I think it
at
was.
Wagner's.
Nope, it was at Chillicothe
Like
Halloween
last year, like
Festival.
4 months ago.
No, last
Like so, night
a
2019.
year ago this past
Yeah.
October, so a year and a half
I've
maybe.
had Puma's a real deal.
Oh man, he's the man, and we met.
6 to noon. I love that band.
Oh yeah, I do too, but that's because I'm a part of it now. So
Oh, are you? Okay.
I am. So
Okay.
I'm kind of biased a
Yeah.
little bit. I don't know if anybody knows that or if I don't know. But me and Puma started playing together. The point I'm getting to is COVID hit, and we were done for a while. Couldn't do anything. We're going to have a frame before then tonight, man.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Huh.
But
Is that next door? Higgins? That's you over there? Sorry about that.
no, you're good, and they're fine as well. They're
Yeah,
excused, too.
they're good. They're good. Go back in that. Sorry.
Yeah, so me and Puma, I met him that night, and he was like, "Man, you played a lot of the songs that we play," and I was like, "I'm sorry." And he was like, "No, it's cool. I've never heard of you. Like, never seen you around or anything. Where you from?" And I was like, "Well, actually, this is my first gig." Ran into him a couple more times, and we started just hanging out. I started working for him, doing some side jobs in the summer while I was going through nursing school, and we just got really close. And we're like, "Dude, let's do something together." That's what music's for,
Yeah.
play it together. So we've been rocking and rolling and having some fun with it. So it's been real fun. And he's the real deal, man. He's helped me out. That dude knows everyone.
Yeah, he knows everybody, and Puma's a good entertainer.
He knows exactly what to do. And when
He knows good songs to play. He had that whenever 6 to noon had that fiddle player. They come down to our place one time, man. They killed it. They put on a great
What's his
show.
last name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember his last name either, but I think Puma still has talked about getting him out to a gig one time.
It's hard right now for a band.
It is,
because
man.
like, and I talk with musicians about this all the time, and we've had guys that come on and they have a flat rate that they charge,
Yep.
and then and I don't particularly agree with. Now it's okay, everybody's allowed to have their
Totally.
opinions. I still pay flat rates. I pay you flat rate. You tell me what you charge, and I pay you. Don't.
Yeah. Yep.
But I would rather get into now like a solo. You can about half of. I guess if you're still in the flat rate zone, I guess I would want to go to the next step. If I was going to do it, I'd want to try to get the most I could while I was doing it.
Well, totally.
Everybody
Everybody wants to get to that point, It's,
Then there's the argument. Well, then you're not doing it for the music. Well, I can do the music in my living room.
dude,
Yeah.
exactly. And I've had that argument, and people are so quick to, "You're a sellout," and you want to.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, I do music, and you want to be the best you can at anything you know what I mean? Like you.
But bands, it's being on the other side of it now. I've seen that bands are, there's not that much meat on the bone that the band can get what they want and the establishment can get what they want for a band. Now and there's sweet spots, and there's bands that will come cover themselves.
Yeah.
But just to get in the habit of, hey, well, this is what we pay the bands or whatever. Like Steve Abley that's on, they always bring.
That's what I was going to mention. You
Yeah.
got into it pretty deep with Steve and how they operate. There.
Yeah, they bring their own cover. They bring their own door person, and they have their own merch. And they get 100% of the door.
Yeah.
But the difference I saw was instead of you getting 200, there could be 2,000 on the line.
Totally.
And they put their, to me, that's like saying, hey, we have faith in ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And it was everybody's like, well, you should have entertainment. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't go to the movies and get a free movie just because you buy the popcorn and Twizzlers.
Totally.
And it's like, that movie still costs. And the reason I say all that is to keep it fair. Like I think that the musicians should raise their price, but not just to the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
They should say, okay, hey, I'm going to bring my own door guy.
Yeah.
I'll publicize it enough. You figure like if you drank, I could keep going on this, but like if you figure, let's just say you drank 8 beers,
Mm-hmm.
you probably only made truthfully about $10,
Right.
You know, so I mean, you know, it's if it takes 80 people just to pay the band, you didn't really.
Nope, you're not doing too hot, man.
Yeah.
And people just don't, and I don't expect people to understand it, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I don't either.
Yeah, and
I'm learning this as I go. But
there's just so much that goes into it.
You could do really well though. Like you could, you know, is that merch? A lot of guys.
Oh,
that's
the money right there. That's
and not necessarily. You know, nobody really wants a CD anymore. You know.
Yeah, you got to be smart with it. You got to. I've seen a lot of people with the cards that have like the scanner and it will pull up a picture of
the QR codes.
Yeah, the QR codes with like the Instagram and your Apple Music or whatever, you know, you have songs out there. But man, I got this new job down in Portsmouth, and I was there for like 3 weeks, and it is so hard to like, I don't know, promote yourself kind of deal.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on here is because, you know, that's what separates them.
Yeah,
the better if you have a really good like social media account, you're truthfully like worth more money because you know that you're going to bring in more people, you know.
And that's tough to like, and you want to be, you know, you want to bring in as much people as you can, and that brings us back to
that's the name of the game, right?
To make money, to be able to do it, you've put all this work into your skill and your trade, and you know.
Oh, you're still losing money on time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, easy.
Yeah.
But you want to be able to get enough money to be like, okay, I work 40 hours a week, and I'm doing this as well, and this needs to be worth it almost. Not that it's
you're in a stage right now where it really doesn't have to be because you're not married and have kids, are you?
Nope.
Yeah. It got
just a girlfriend.
Just a girlfriend. Okay.
Sorry, babe.
So you know, that's when it got. Whenever I was your age, that's what I was doing. It was like, yeah, man, I don't care. We'll play for nothing, man.
Right.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh yeah, I played so many free gigs. It ain't funny.
Yeah.
But as you get older and like, you know, like I have a son now,
Right, totally.
and it was like, man, I'm missing out on some valuable time. Like this is either a business or it's not.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, my you know, I did that to myself, but
well, you have to look at it like that if you really want to like take it for the long haul. You have to run it like a business almost, and you know
you do, because I mean there's wear and tear on your equipment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how much? Well, not to get nosy, what kind of guitar you playing?
I play a Fender Elite Strat.
So that ain't a cheap one.
And I have a
you got a Strat?
Yeah.
Stratocaster, you say? What's that acoustic deal you played at my place?
That's a Taylor.
Oh, so that ain't cheap.
No, that's not cheap.
Which one?
My parents have done really, like, they've always been like, chase your dreams.
Huh.
They
buy you those guitars?
My dad bought me the guitar. My dad and my mom bought me the guitar, my amp. I've had, like, just making connections. Like, I don't know if I've bought too much equipment for myself. I've just been really blessed to have some people that have wanted to. My buddy Jesse Reynolds, he's from Jackson area. Married to Emily Reynolds. She's a nurse practitioner now. Anyway, one time I got started with him.
Used to be Trace, her last name.
Emily Trace, yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of mentored me in high school and kind of showed me the ropes playing guitar, stuff like that. And one time I walked into his house and he's like, "Hey dude, I got you this Fender Telly." And I was like, "What?" Like, I didn't even really know what a Fender Telly was. I was still in high school, hadn't been playing guitar too long. I mean, like, seriously playing guitar, and he just handed me Fender Telly, still play it. So, I mean, it's just like, I'm really lucky to have a lot of the good people I do in my life, or I wouldn't be doing what I do, you know?
Sure.
And that's what takes me back to loving people. Like, that stuff would have never happened if, you know, I wouldn't have been able to make relationships with them. And, you know, I just, like, I love people and love being around people and sharing moments. And that's why COVID's been so hard for me, you know, because I'm, like, playing music, like, not for a paycheck. So it's hard going out to places where nobody's really there.
It's been, you know, like right now it's tough. Like we're easing into it.
Yeah.
You know, you're playing at our place next week.
I was going to say the curfew extended.
Extended an hour.
2:11 right now.
You know, I made this analogy the other day. I said, you realize, I said, in the bar business, shutting down from 10 to 2 is the equivalent of going into a gas station and taking away the first of the month. Mm-hmm. I said, you know, our money was made, you know, late at night, you know, and just because of the scale of events. You know,
I tell people all the time, a year ago you'd be playing a gig and people would walk in at 11:45, 12:15, hammer drunk, like
Ready to go.
ready to listen to music for 2 more
Yeah.
hours, And they were mad when we were shutting down at like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, man, people start early now.
And I'm not going to go away from it. I'm going to keep doing it because I think they're going to stay doing it early for a while.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, I do. I think people are going. I think people are going to stay out. But like
You're saying they'll just come early, go home early kind of deal?
Like
Okay,
whenever
that
you
makes
play,
sense.
I'll probably have you done
Makes
by
sense.
before 10.
Oh, early night, cool.
I mean, it's
That's dude. Me and Puma played last weekend until 11. It was like 10:45, and we're like, "You want to play closing time, or what's the deal here?"
yeah.
It's crazy. It's it's unreal how.
Me and my wife and I listened to live music, and by 8:30, we was back at the hotel. We was tired, and now we're old. But these young kids anymore. I don't think that the live music brings in a lot of the young ones. I think live music brings in a lot of the tweeners, and I'm calling tweeners people 28 to 55. Those people that are at late round 1, early going through round 2. Possibly going out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody's having a hell of a time out there. Maybe they're practicing their elk calls.
that could have been opera-y.
It could have been.
It was opera-esque. Yeah, I think a lot of the reason that younger people are not going out to live music is because I can't replicate, even with a full band, the sounds that Post Malone puts on his album. I love Post Malone.
Yeah.
That's what I listen to Post Malone as well.
I like Post Malone.
You know what I mean?
I play
cool
that.
dude.
What's that one?
Circles?
Yeah.
I do that one too.
Yeah. Go.
Did you have to? You can make it sound so country.
Yeah, you can.
We have a steel guitar player that plays with us, and his name's Dwayne. And dude,
Dwayne the Man Whalen.
insane Dwayne, baby.
Dwayne I used to play with Dwayne.
He's an animal, dude.
You play with Dwayne now? He's playing with 6 Noon, is he?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hey, Dwayne?
Yeah, when we can get him, dude. Like you said,
Man.
it's hard to get.
I'll never forget. He's kind of like Dwayne will settle in with the band, but he plays with a lot of bands.
Oh yeah.
He'll play through.
And that's fine, dude. He's an animal. Like
He'll
I said,
go
you
7
can't-
days a
you
week.
can't cage that beast. Dude.
Nah,
You
he'll
can't.
go play forever.
He will.
He's still playing on them Black Widows.
I don't know.
Them
Actually.
PV Black Widows.
I think so.
Man, he had 12 PV Black Widows. It would just scream.
I don't think he has it too. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'll never forget the first gig I sat in with him. I had sat in with him before, but I was playing with a guy and I was playing in a band, and they had never had a steel player, and I had played with him and some other guys just picking up jam bands and whatever. And man, we had a nice band. I mean, we was playing at the Waverly Moose, and I mean that place used to be rocking.
Waverly represent. That's where I'm from.
Yeah. So and it probably still is, but I mean we used to play in there all the time.
Oh yeah. It's popping there, dude.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else really to go.
Yeah,
so.
and they have bands. They have like dance
they do.
bands. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
And so anyway, we and they dance in Waverly. Like Waverly and Jackson's 2 different animals.
They get down.
They get down in
They
Waverly.
get down in
They
Pike
do.
County, boy. I'll tell you.
I will give them that. They party harder in Pike County than they do in Jackson. Yeah.
Hey, my friends will tell you that.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys are listening, settle down out there. You know what I'm saying?
But man, we fire up into something, and all of a sudden Dwayne just starts filling in the back and like an intro to a song, and it was like a build up.
Dude, I'm literally getting chills because I can hear like.
And I mean, I remember looking at that lead guitar player, and you could just see like he didn't know where it was coming from, and I thought this must be what it's like whenever you've got one of them deaf dogs and you hit that whistle and they hear it, because it was like everybody was like, like it was so full, and it was like, oh my god, and it was great.
Same thing. We were out over in Greenfield at Catch 22 over there.
Oh yeah.
And I was playing Cover Me Up, and it was just super chill. And he came in with a, and I just could have melted.
Yeah.
Right, like I was singing, and I think my voice.
You don't need a
quivered.
rhythm player with a steel player.
He does. Oh, and he solos like we'll split a solo, and it's almost embarrassing to play something with him. I mean, he just saws that thing in half.
He can play guitar too. He used to play. What was it? Sitting on a bar stool acting like a darn fool. He used to play that one all the time with us. And
He's an
we'd do
animal.
the key change and the whole bit. It was
Oh yeah, you got to.
you got to.
That's
on that.
law.
But yeah, man, I enjoyed playing with Dwayne.
He's fun, dude.
But going back to bands versus solo, it's hard. That's a hard juggling act, and that's why you was talking about like your equipment. I would highly recommend, just if I was in your shoes, not that I should recommend anything to you, but keep putting money into your show.
Oh, yeah.
If you now you want to stay right there at that level, don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to keep growing and seeing what you can do with it, I
Yeah.
mean, that, to me, that's very important. And I think talking about kids and why they don't come out, not kids, but like the younger ones.
Yeah.
I didn't like live music whenever I was 21 either.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I was it was too loud. It was just wasn't my thing. Yeah.
See, my Jesse took me to Nashville when I was. I think,
Nashville's different.
18.
Nashville's
talking
different
about
because
live music.
what you get whenever like you have your sound system and you pack it up, there's no consistency.
I see what you're talking
You
about.
know, like you go in one place and it'll blow your face off. You
Yeah.
go to another place, it's too, and everything.
Down there, they got drum sets that
are
stay
mic'd up
there
through the
every,
house. Yeah, it's perfect
yeah,
sound.
Yeah, all the time. Every time of the day you'll go in there at 1 o'clock and it'll
Yeah.
sound the same as it does at
Yeah,
12 o'clock.
and that's what I'm trying to get that.
Yeah.
I've been plugging people, so you'll be through the house. Bring something in case you need it.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I'm gonna try to run you through the house.
That'd be sweet, man. I mean, I have no problem doing it. I would take a full a full truss rod of lights and a whole setup if I could to every dive bar I ever play at for the rest of my
Right.
life. But it's just trying to find that balance of like, when do I spend this money on new equipment? When do
Yeah.
I spend it on merch? Are people going to buy merch? Are people going
They'll
to
buy it.
listen?
They'll buy it, and just
So-
look at it as marketing.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
know?
tough though, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing is why it's tough. Like probably if anybody here is watching it with a marketing degree, they're like, it's
How do you
literally.
do it? Are you doing like Facebook videos? You doing?
I
do a
don't
lot
think
of
there's
that.
any rhyme or reason to anything I do. Sometimes I'm just like, I haven't posted a video of me singing for a while, and I guess since
Yeah.
I want people to think I'm a musician, I better do that.
What's funny is the minute that you like stop putting stuff out there and like you don't like advertise that you're playing, people won't know you're playing.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works, isn't it?
I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
like the minute you stop
It's-
doing
they
it,
won't.
they just. But if you just keep posting stuff, they just keep calling
I
like
know.
you'll stay full.
I
But
know.
if you take a break from, I bet like your phone either rings or it don't.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you're probably even booked. Man, I got a real good month and then nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have 8 weeks in a row that I'm playing. 4 of those weeks I'm playing on Fridays as well, and then the next 3 months I have like one show, and it's like a wedding at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like just
Yeah.
it's weird. It really is hit or miss. And like you said, I feel like I bombard my friends with like, hey, I'm here this weekend. I'm here this weekend.
Right.
Just trying to let people know.
You try to. How far do you try to get out?
As far out as I can. Like I mean, Puma right now does most of the scheduling because he's
Yeah.
Puma, and I joined his band. He's the man, and I'm thankful to be a part of it. But he schedules everything out, and he has a couple out in May.
Yeah.
Certain things will schedule.
What are you going to do? So here's the magic question: what do you do whenever you double book? Because you're going to do it.
I'll say, hey,
What are you doing in Puma's band? What are you doing? Lead?
I play lead guitar and sing.
Are
we
you
try
the
to
lead
have-
player?
Yeah. So it's me, Puma. He plays acoustic. I play lead. We have a bass player, drummer, and a steel guitar when we can.
Yeah.
So last night we did a gig for the workshop.
You guys
and-
have a sound man.
Yep.
You have sound man.
We have a sound man, and I've literally been in this band like not even that long, so I don't really know the whole. I've played like maybe 4 or 5 gigs with them, so like I don't even still know half the stuff
Yeah.
they even do.
Yeah.
Like Puma will tell me things. He'll just throw things out and say like, I opened for blah blah blah, and I'll be like, you did what? He's like, yeah, like back in 2016 we were, and I'm like, okay, dude, like I don't. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a full grasp because I started being a musician and playing bar gigs.
Same
and then
time.
it was like, scoop, nothing. So I don't even know how
Yeah, you
things
just
work
started.
full
And then-
throttle. I have no idea. So I don't even know how to do this stuff I'm doing now, and it's about to be a whole new ball game when things open up.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
You'll get to where you're doing. I think the most I ever did in a year, and there's guys like Bard will do 100 and something, but I think I did 70 some
See, I will play
in a year.
Yeah.
That's-
See, I'm used to when I was in California. I was at a big church out there, and we'd play. We had Saturday services, Sunday services, midweek services for like kids and stuff. So we'd play,
It's kind of the same thing.
7-8 times a week, sometimes. And
Yeah, you're just not setting up and tearing down.
yeah, exactly. Which is pretty prime time if you ask me. But
Yeah.
I'm used to singing a lot, and people have always told me every time I've ever been inserted in a new musical area, they're like, better be careful. You're gonna burn yourself out. You better be careful. You're gonna burn yourself out. And I just don't. I
I'd
don't
like
know
to
if
start
I
a house
can.
band. That's what I want to do.
Dude, I'm down. That'd be sweet.
You're already pot committed.
That's true.
You know?
Don't tell Puma.
That's the
I'm
thing.
like, see, that's the thing. Like, I could literally be like, I could be in like 6 different products, and somebody be like, "Oh man, like, I talked to Colby Likens. Like, I would love to start a pop punk band with Colby Likens."
I was going to see if Colby should have come in here tonight.
He should have. That'd been a good one.
That'd been a good one.
I would have loved to be in a pop punk band and just run around on stage with Colby, and I think that would.
Colby's
be cool.
playing at our place March 13th,
I'm excited.
St.
for that.
Patty's Day.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
Colby's a great
That'll
guy.
be big.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
Should
yeah.
do well.
And like I said, what I'm aiming to do is start off, do a little music earlier, and then after that, hey, let's kick it up. And you can only kick it up so high with an acoustic guitar.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
I know. It's
you can sing. Every song sounds like a country song if you're a country artist singing with an acoustic guitar. Like every song you can sing, any song you want, you could sing.
One of the things the best thing I probably ever did was quit taking breaks. I'd go 3 straight, sometimes 2, but most of the time 3 straight, just because you keep their energy longer.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to start it out. I try to start out with a fast song every time I go into a set. And
You guys doing 4 sets?
no, right now we're doing 3.
I'd cut it down to 2 long ones. I really would.
That'd be cool.
People don't have the attention span like that. Like whenever I
Right
first
now,
started playing
yeah.
music, man, it was you did 4 sets, 5 hours, 4 sets, and it was like, oh my! I mean, can you imagine you're starting at 7, going to midnight, or
No, I
starting at
cannot
9?
imagine.
We start at 9, go to 2,
Oh my
and
gosh,
so,
man.
but then you would take you'd take about a 15-20 minute break at the end of each hour and 10, somewhere around there, and I mean, you're getting 2 waves of people. You're getting. I mean,
Right.
ain't nobody coming in.
Mm-mm.
Nobody want to sit there from 9 o'clock till in the same bar.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nobody
I'm
doing
not.
it. Yeah, you're not. It's 2 or 3 hours and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree there.
Yeah, they're looking, and especially like if you do take a break. And what I've noticed from being on the other side now, if you take a break, like if you go and let's say you go and you give them like a real good hour and 20 minutes, and then you take a break. They've had just enough that they're ready to say, well, I tell you what, let's just go ahead and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
They've got their fix. Where if you never stop, they'll stay right there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why I've always said I tell people, hey, I'd like for you to do 3, possibly take 1 break or 2 straight. I'd rather just do that than I would let's take 3 breaks
Yeah.
in 3 hours. Jesus Christ, you wouldn't do that if you worked at McDonald's.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you don't get a break an hour, or you could do that if you work at Walmart. You don't get a
Yeah.
break an hour. Hell, it's just playing music. Shit, it ain't laying block.
Right. Right. Yeah. Sometimes I make it as hard as laying block.
They would act like it is. It's like this ain't hard.
Yeah. Well, like
You're sitting.
if I had an acoustic guitar, some Wi-Fi, and one of those phone
You
holders,
go all night.
oh, I could play from 2 in the afternoon to.
Yeah.
I can do a 12-hour
Yeah.
set almost. Like, I mean, I literally take a break every
I did 5 one time
3 hours to
straight,
pee,
just to make a point.
just to make a point.
Just to make a point.
I can see myself doing that for sure. I do a lot of things just to make a point.
But it is about the show. I mean,
It is, man, and it's like people.
Wouldn't
I
you want to
won't
be
even
good
get
at
it.
entertaining?
Yeah, it's like you want to go. Don't you want to sing songs? I was about to go down a path I did not want to go down. Don't you want to sing songs that people want to hear? Like, who wants to go and sing a bunch of songs that people are just sitting there like?
Well, no, I think you need to put on a persona or a show that people want to see.
Yeah, you want them to want to be.
Guess
there.
what? They want to hear those songs, but here's the deal: you didn't write them.
Yeah,
and it's like, how much mesmerizing can you do?
Yep.
You didn't write the song.
Right.
Yeah.
You're karaoke with a live band. Where I think and we both know him, Shane. I think he does a good job,
Yeah.
like with his shows. The reason his
Yeah, I know
shows
Shane.
are just dynamic a lot of times. I mean, he does, man. He kills it at our place.
Oh, he's a people person too. Yeah, that's people just
He's a
want
shredder.
People want to just like listen to him. And
Oh, he's so
jam out
nice.
with
Hey
him.
guys, I wrote this song. Shane, I won't bust your balls. I wrote this song for my lovely wife Jessie. Man, I was just looking at her the other day. just looks so pretty. And I wrote her this song. He just gets people just.
People are like, oh,
yeah, all the everybody's like,
oh,
he's
I wish
so
I had
nice. Oh my God,
I
he's
wish
like
I had
her
a
brother
husband that wrote a song.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. His hair.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And always stylish too. Always dripping in swagger, man.
Yeah.
He's just.
But he does. I will give him. He does do a hell of a job at our place. He'll give us 2 straight. He always brings a sound man.
Yeah.
Has good equipment. Has everything. Has everything mic'd. Like got the kick mic'd. Got that good thump. Got that good chest thump. That's what everybody. That's the sound. That's
Oh yeah.
And
people don't even realize how much sound goes into it. But
you can if you don't have good sound, I watched a great band one time just run a crowd out. I mean, they were an awesome band. I would have put them as probably one of the top bands in the tri-state area. And they just ripped your ears plumb off loud.
That's
and
tough.
I went to Soundman and I was like, hey, dude, you got to back her down, notch, by. And he said, I can't, I'm trying to get over this. I was like, well, you got to
forget about that
Yeah.
and get over this.
Yeah, I was like, well, then, within 45 minutes, the place was empty.
Oh, man.
You imagine cutting a check to have somebody run your crowd off?
Man. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I've heard them too, like bands that don't have a sound guy because they can't afford. Like, goes back to where you putting your money and trying to make you do it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can then don't expect big money.
No,
if
you
you're
can't.
Not,
you can't because your amps aren't mic'd up, and the guitar player is screaming in your ears, and the bass player is like nothing.
I want to do total house sound, and that way it's like the French fries. You know exactly what they're going to come out like every time.
You do.
I'm serious. I think it's something that you need done because you hear a lot of times, my God, it was so loud about everywhere. Whenever hey, did you go see so and so? Yeah, my God, I still can't hear. And that's what's so appealing about a guy like you playing solo compared to the band. Yeah, even a band loud will blow your eardrums out.
Yeah,
a solo guy loud will just piss you off.
Yeah, you'll leave either way, but you'll leave that way a little less quiet. So
we was talking about Facebook and doing all that stuff. What you don't have a rhyme or reason? You just do whatever.
I don't, man. I just
'cause you've done pretty good. You've got a decent following.
Like I said, I'm a people person. I meet people everywhere. Like, I'm not afraid. Like, you were at the kayak place. I'm like, okay, that dude is one of the Chubby Bartenders.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were like, oh my God. Yeah, you were just
I
like,
was
hey,
just like,
you're
the Chubby. Like, okay, let's see where this conversation goes. And you could have been like, yeah, dude, I am. And I'd be like, sweet, let me get your boat. And that would have been it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you never know.
I'm like you. So we start talking. And next thing you know, you've got a gig.
Exactly. You can tell. Yeah, exactly. It worked out great. But because I don't know what I'm doing, I probably to a fault, like I said, don't promote myself enough, and even as far as putting money into things, Facebook ads and stuff like that.
Tyler could help you with that.
Yeah. I ran ads for my first EP, and like 6 people were like, dude, we are tired of seeing your EP ad on our Instagram. And I was like, well, if these people that love me are really pissed off and annoyed, I probably really didn't help myself out because I don't know.
I say give it to them again.
Yeah.
That's
they weren't listening before,
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, not that we're a thing, but we're seeing we are very minute here. Okay,
Yeah.
especially on YouTube. YouTube's
tough. It's weird.
Like we get most of ours just listens.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube's people, even me, I listen. I don't watch. I'll scroll through watching it just to make sure nobody looks stupid.
Oh man, I love watching it. I watch podcasts all the time on YouTube.
You watch them.
Oh yeah, Theo Vaughn.
I like Theo.
There's this country singer-songwriter Ernest.
Man, you know where I've been finding some hellacious new guys I like? You guys are gonna make fun of me. I've been in a gangster rap phase. What was the last phase I was in? I was listening to was Colt Ford.
Yeah.
And Upchurch.
Yeah.
And this last couple weeks I've been on some Biggie Smalls and some Tupac.
So see, I do the same thing. It's almost like it's a complete.
I've been
phase.
on Exhibit.
Dude, I will go through
Busta.
I went through a punk pop phase, painting my nails, dude. I was wearing like black
I don't let it
all
get
the
me.
time.
I don't
Easy
let
now.
it get. Yeah. Why?
Oh, I do, man.
He's emo. Emo.
Are you?
Nah.
Is
You
it
look
emo?
dude?
Do I look like it?
You could be.
Is it
I don't
emo?
know.
Are you emo? Is it emo or emu?
Well, Jules gave us a lesson on that.
Emu, dude. My cousin had 2 emus. His name was Cousin Eddie, and he had 2 emus.
Emo.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Emo's an animal, right? Emu.
Emu is an animal.
Emu's an
It's
animal.
a hairy ostrich.
A hairy ostrich. You're an emo.
You're emo. Yeah.
You're a hairy face.
If you grew like just like a top patch up here, you would look a little bit.
I always say
emo-ish,
Tyler looks like he's Taliban with that beard.
I can
I'm
see
like,
that a
Tyler,
little bit. If you would
one
let
of
it
these
go a
days
little
you're gonna get sniped, dude. I was like,
TSA, bro. Watch out for them.
Yeah.
too.
You told me that when we were out at Warex that day with all these just savages
they
with
were
guns
coming around,
and
and I was like, they probably think you're Al Qaeda.
it's like, oh Jesus,
Yeah,
these guys
a couple
are
things off
savages.
hope for the best. Cross your fingers, I guess.
What were we talking about? Oh, we was talking about YouTube stuff. And I think a YouTube channel would be real. Like, I find myself now like it's so weird for me. That's why I like talking to guys like you. And I mean, it's not. I do this because it's so weird for me being on this side of it now.
Right.
And so like the first thing I do is I'll pull up a YouTube, and I was like, if you
Look somebody up.
I'll look them up, and I got to thinking, like, whenever I played, you couldn't do that with me. I mean, I didn't have anything on YouTube back then. I've only got one on there now, and I think it's 4 or 5 years old, and it was, in my pajamas or something. I mean, like nothing now. I mean, you better be mic'd up.
Yeah.
Like if I pull something up on YouTube now, and it's got like that natural iPhone speaker sound,
I'm closing
out.
Yeah, if it's not professional, it's with anything. Everybody knows how to use technology now. So it's like
It's so easy.
People get famous on TikTok or Instagram.
Oh,
or
that's
something.
what I was going to say. I swear I've been finding some good country singers right now.
Yeah.
Some original sounds on
Bunch of 'em.
TikTok.
What's that? Zach Bryan? Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
He's like a Tyler Childers wannabe kind of deal.
Oh, if not like completely washing these golf balls.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like he really,
he even does like the glare thing
Yeah.
too. I know. I mean, he's got a great voice too. It's just like it's
he's
Tyler
got that
Childers.
painful Appalachian look.
He looks more like Tyler Childers than I look like Morgan Wallen. I'll say that. And that's all I'll say about Morgan Wallen.
Singing by that fire with them red eyes.
Yeah,
that one
dude,
Video,
and he's like,
I don't know. Oh my God. I was like, give us some bitch a hug.
yeah, do feathered Indians. He does look sad, man. But there are a lot of
Sad, he looks irate.
There are a lot of those, pretty boy country dudes.
I like
that
their
know
beats,
that,
dude.
Yeah, the beats
I like some of these new beats. And like
on,
people
man.
bang on it for like, I get it. Lyrically, it's not real deep. I get it.
It
But
doesn't need to be for me.
lyrically
sometimes.
and flow wise,
Yeah.
it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like some of
Oh
this,
yeah, totally.
for those guys to like come up with these chord arrangements that they're doing, and I'm like, what? You went from a C sharp to nobody's ever done that.
Yeah,
you jump
and you
over
can
this?
see on the computer screen behind them, they're like in Logic or something. You can see how many
Yeah.
like keys they just pressed, and you're like, they had 10 fingers, and there's 12 blips there. Now, how did they do that?
Yeah.
Like they just do crazy.
You can't
stuff.
duplicate it.
No, you can't. You
can't duplicate
and that's why
Not
people
without
go
electronics.
and play it through a computer and just go. And
You
the
ever tried
stage
doing
is
that?
completely-
I know guys. There's been bands come to the bar that played backing tracks.
Yeah.
Now they're not Milli Vanilli, but I'm saying like whenever you hear like Garth Brooks and you hear like 3:30 in the morning, and it's just and it's got that in the lightning or not. There's like and it's raining, and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
They'll
That's
just
all backtrack.
That's all backtrack.
I mean, it has to be lined up with the song
perfectly.
because they're listening to click track
They're
anyway
listening to
in
click
their
track.
ears,
Yeah.
so they can stay on rhythm. So it's like that part has to match what they're playing. So, I mean, there's backtracks. I know how to do that stuff. I know how I would. I never use it because, dude, I love the Eagles
I do too.
and Van Halen and just every old band that never used.
You play
backing
you play a
tracks.
lot of cool stuff. Like you'll play the Eagles and you'll hit Luke Combs.
I try to bounce back and forth because that's what I did. Same thing. Like I go through phases and end up absolutely loving that. It's not a phase.
I don't
'cause-
like this whole let's play a rap song on the acoustic thing.
No, I don't either at all. Me and Puma do a version of Dirt Road Anthem.
Yeah, like a lot of guys hit them with No Diggity in the last few years, and
Don't
I'm
like
like,
that.
let's not do that.
Yeah,
boys."
I'm not a rapper. I can rap. I could rap if somebody wrote a rap. Like I could rap an MGK song because I've listened to it a million times. But
I like MGK.
I'm not about to. Yeah, I like MGK too.
Yeah,
I've been listening to MGK since he was just a little rapper boy.
Was
No cool tats or anything like that.
Huh. They
That's high school.
I think a backing track now. I had a buddy that like pieced together the full band, and then he would play behind it.
Yeah.
That was okay. Like you better really know what you're doing. Like he did a good job with it, and it really sounded good.
Mm.
But like it's like if you're going to go through like if you're going to go through all the trouble of doing that, make it your own style.
Yeah, do your own version.
Do your own version of it.
Spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, or you know.
And I grew up, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. And people make it work all the time. Sounds really cool. I grew up in church where a lot of people would sing with CDs. And some of them were painful to watch. So that's like the same thing to me. And that's not what I want to do, because I can play instruments. You know, I could put it all together and play the drums behind myself and stuff. But I would way rather find somebody, put the time into finding somebody that is a drummer.
Yeah.
That I can play with on stage and look at it and be like, hey buddy, we're having fun. Like, you know.
Hey, when you're jamming with a band and you're jamming,
there's nothing
better. Nothing better. Whenever you're jamming, whenever stuff's sounding good and everybody can hear. And that's why I think, you know, it's like, you know, with the sound guy, you know, how could you put, I mean, so you're saying you if you're doing this like you don't need a sound guy as far as, you know, solos, right? Pretty easy. It would be cool to have somebody out in the crowd maybe selling merch, working your sound, telling you where to go.
My brother and a couple people, my brother Garrett and a couple of my friends know how it sounds, how it's supposed to sound, and they're like, guitar up, vocals up, and so I'll like, you know, but it's not that hard to, hey, is my guitar loud enough? Is my voice loud enough? Okay, let's rock and roll. You know,
I'm talking even as much as the highs and lows.
Yeah, I don't try to, you know, that's tough. Trying to explain that to people is a whole different, you know, whole different ball game. You're like, do I sound like they're not going to understand
reverb.
Do I sound like I'm in a room that's really empty with cement walls?
Yeah,
you know, it's tough talking.
All the guys from Nashville, they'll come in and I'll run them through the board and they'll say, make it wet.
Make it wet, dude. Soak it.
Wet.
Soak it.
Yeah, Donnelly, he's like, dude, I like it wet. I was
Yeah.
like, all right. Shane, he cranks his up, and you know they a lot of those guys, they'll control that from pedals. I think that there is a place, like if you're going to put on the show and expect to go to the next level, I think you need to activate some pedals, just for some sound effects, like just sprucing up those acoustics. Otherwise, they after 2-3 hours they sound the same.
They do. Yeah, if I'm playing lead guitar for 3 hours and it's just me, an acoustic, a bass, and a drum, I'm soloing at least every song pretty much. And then some songs I'm soloing like 2 times. After 3 hours of doing that, I don't know what other lick to play at this point. I've played every lick I know 4 times.
Do you learn the lick or do you do the Dylan version?
I learn the lick, but most of the time I do the Dylan
read
version.
tabs.
I can read tabs, yeah. I can read music.
I can't do that. I wish I could.
Every good boy does fine. Face, you know, all the lines and staffs and stuff like that.
I mean, I just never could read tab.
Yeah, I can read tab to a certain extent. I just, like I said, I've always kind of done music by myself kind of deal because I just didn't have any.
Is this helping your lead skills, playing with Puma as a lead player?
Oh, man. Because when I mess up, Puma always is like.
Yeah, well, and you got somebody behind you.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
I never did have anybody that I could, you know, they could play rhythm and I could play lead. You know?
Yeah, like they know, and we're really learning how to sing together too. Me and Puma have sang together a couple more times than me. I've played with the band. Okay. So just like knowing what he's going to sing when, and because I sing harmony. And so a lot of times, like, I'll go to sing a chorus and he'll like jump in because he knows that it would sound better with the harmony. Yeah. It's kind of weird how quick our brains can work, and I can like know exactly what he's going to do.
Oh, you guys are guitar brothers.
Well, some would say that. Someone said he's got the beard, I got the mustache.
Ooh. So, there's something to grab a hold of on each one of them.
That's right. Let me tell you what.
He's talking about Facebook and stuff, man. I didn't see, just like me, I didn't know you had an EP. I didn't know you had 8 singles out.
Yeah, so, well, actually, I have 8 singles. One of them's a pop cover.
That's fine.
Not a cover, but a pop song that I did when I was in California, and my buddy was a producer and was like, hey, write a pop song. And I was like, let's do it. And then we got done. We were like,
so just like that, just like for that example right there, I mean, I feel like of guys, you know, that, I mean, I'm on your social media probably as much as anybody, and I didn't know that, so that just goes right back to the point of, wouldn't you just keep after it?
Yeah.
If it depends on what you want to do with it.
It's weird because it's like the song's called "Living in the Summer," so it's like you can't really promote that in the winter, and it's 3 years old, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I listened to certain lines in it, and then I'm like, so
go back and read.
I beat myself up, and like I said, that's where somebody from the outside, like people with managers that they're like, hey, post this, and you're like, I don't think I should. And they're like,
Just post.
I didn't ask if you thought you should. I said post it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's good because you don't want to
or at least a
yourself.
snippet.
Yeah, a snippet or something. But I'm always like, every time I post, I'm like, okay, 1 million people are going to think I'm cocky for blah blah blah. blah.
You hope they do. That's what.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's hard to say. I hope 1 million people do, but it's got 126 views.
Yeah,
126 people are going to think you cocky. You're going to get over that.
Yeah,
You could have seen
that's
that at the
true, man.
Walmart.
That's true. Yeah, freaking Mason Ramsey. That's the everybody at Walmart. Yeah, that's true. That's really true, man. And that's the other thing. You're posting it and you're beating yourself up, and you're like, man, I hope
Who gives a
this
shit?
good, blah, blah, blah.
Throw it out there.
I've just never been like that, dude. I wish
Tyler
I
will
could.
tell you I'm all the time. I don't give a shit. He'll send me stuff. I don't care. Throw it out there.
I wish, dude. I wish.
Legit.
I'm getting more like that. My mom keeps telling me I've hardened up in the past year because
Throw it out there.
I went through real life stuff.
If they don't want to follow you, tell them not to follow you.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting more into that mentality. Like, you weren't following me in the first place. Like, I'm just doing my thing. Like, what are you mad that I'm happy and I have time to play guitar?
You could put on there. You could put on there that you just saved an infant and they'd hate your guts.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, if they don't like, if they're the type of people, and this is why I got rid of it. Just I keep talking about this. I'm so proud of myself. But I think just the whole thing was pissing me off.
Yeah.
So now I think, I mean, like, I don't know what you've been doing. Hell, you could have all kinds of stuff on there. You could hate fat people, and I'd be on there. I wouldn't even know right now.
Yeah.
We'd be cool. And if you didn't bring it up, I wouldn't bring it up. Our relationship goes unscathed.
So, no, you're totally right. You're totally right.
No, but you can have an actual conversation and find out what he's up to.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
100%.
As much as we need to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hell. You know,
That's how I am, dude. I have so many different friends with. I mean, there's so many people that like, and I don't.
you know the beer.
I don't agree with it. Half of them, they know that.
But
You know, like it's
I got people I don't
That's
agree
fine.
with. I don't even know why I saw it.
right. Yeah,
I didn't need to see it.
don't care.
That didn't affect me at all today. That's
not
their
care.
opinion. That I noticed. I guess I just got to thinking about some times back years ago before all this, and before social media,
Yep.
and I was like, man, like I probably would have assumed that guy was this way. However, he wasn't telling me about it, and I didn't see it. So whenever I saw him, it was typically pleasant. Well, now I'd want to kick his ass, and it's like, it's like I
get
just need
that.
to put this down.
Yeah, for no reason, just for because. I mean,
And it could have been anything.
It could have been anything, man. And like, just because one little thing that you guys disagree on is like, or one, I guess, big thing or whatever it is, just because you saw it, didn't need to at all, not the time, not the place. Like, you just saw it and you were like, well, F that guy, you know? Like,
I can't believe he did that.
who cares? Suck it up. Get off Facebook. Literally swipe out of the app. Like, it is that easy. Don't get all bent out of shape about it.
And that's why I think like a YouTube presence, and it just showed itself. Lee Gant played at our place last weekend, and he had a video with a couple million views on it, and he had several. And honestly, that helped. Like people came,
that.
like people called me and they were like, "Hey man, what time's this guy play?" And I see he was pretty good. And like I had 2 people text me yesterday and was like, "Hey, when's that guy come back? I'd come see him again."
Yeah.
And it was
And it helps too because like if you put work into making a video that gets that many views, then you have every right to say, "Hey, walk around down at Walmart and be like, "Hey, I have a show at the stock room. Here's my video. Do you think that's cool that I got over 1 million views on it?" Like, I would tell people that, like, come see me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, this person's famous.
for free to
Yeah.
come watch that show for free.
Okay, I'll go check it out for 20 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Then you get there and he's rocking and rolling. I'm
You're
like,
gonna pay
all
$5 to go get into the bitty league ball game,
right.
or something. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, everything you do costs money, dude. Everything. It's ridiculous.
yeah, I tell you, we're doing real good with comedy right now, man.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, Lori Graves.
Yeah,
That woman is an angel.
I called Lori today, and I shouldn't even say this out here, but I'm stepping it up, man. Like I want to go all out. I told her, I said, let's take this to the next level. Like I think we've really got an opportunity to bring comedy to Jackson, and like make it someplace like, hey, it's here every other week. I don't care what's going on. It's going to be here. You know, come see it.
I love it. I love it because, like I said, I love Theo Vaughn and,
You listen to Rogan.
Yeah, I listen to Rogan,
Listen
Tom
to Impulsive.
Segura. Who is it?
Impulsive, the Logan Paul. You listen to him?
No, I don't listen to Logan
pretty
Paul.
good.
They're weird to me because my friends went to Athens and they were kind of friends with him. So I don't know why, but that's really weird to me. Like I think it's a jealousy thing because they're so
Probably.
famous.
I was
and
going
I'm
to say,
not.
get that rock out of your way. You
Yeah,
need
I'm
to get to
trying
know
to.
him. Use your
Yeah.
friends to get to know them.
Yeah, true. Hey,
like-
Logan, if you're watching this,
Yeah, that dude's trying to write a $50 million check to get his ass whipped by Conor McGregor. There's money there.
Yeah, dude, I know a lot of bigger guys that'll do that for free.
Yeah, he thinks he wants to fight Conor McGregor. You follow that stuff? You follow MMA?
I mean, I watch it. Like what I see of it, I see on those podcasts, and I know Poirier.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I know about him, and I knew because of Theo Vaughn and because of Brendan Schaub. Those guys, I know just the basics.
Hey, they're entertaining.
But the comedy
to me.
thing, I love the comedy
Yeah.
view of it. Like Lori, I ran into her at the dock one night, and we got to talking, and I ended up doing an open mic comedy night and got up and talked for like
I want to do that.
5 minutes. And
Hey,
it was
you want us to sign you up? We got open mic.
Dude, I'll do an open mic
Did you
if it's
say-
not conflicting
what's-
schedule.
Did you say it was tomorrow?
No. We got comedy this Friday, and then we got open mic on the 11th.
11th. Okay.
Yeah, I
open
got up there
mic
and
comedy.
told all kinds of stories, and she's like, "Now you're gonna have to talk for 5 minutes. Is that gonna be a problem?" And I was like, "Stop me at 5 minutes." Like
me a hand.
I promise you, yeah.
I always
turn
watch
off
those
the lights.
comedians because from playing music, I always thought, okay, how do they work this crowd?
Exactly.
I'm
That's
always-
and a lot of them you can't really
I had a
explain
guitar
it. But
to hide behind,
yeah.
which is handy.
Did you ever go without the guitar and sing just into the mic, or just even worse, just hold the mic? Didn't even have a stand. or anything?
National anthem a few times. But that one, you got your asshole so puckered up anyway.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, I did it one time for the first time in California and was like standing there like a
Did you read it?
complete wall, like
That's the hardest song there is, man.
yeah.
It's in so many different keys and octaves. And, everybody sounds good singing that one in the shower.
Yeah, that's true.
Put a mic in your face in a stadium and see how you do.
It's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure because everybody knows the words and you don't. That's before every gig. I'm like,
I read them.
Everybody knows these words and I don't. That's how I am. But I mean, I can sing a song 4 million times and I don't. My own songs, cover songs, hymns that I've sang since I was little.
Oh, Lord, what in the hell? If that's Higgins over there, I mean, my Lord, has she got him tied down? I don't know who that is. That's crazy.
Somebody's living it up on a Wednesday.
Somebody is getting after
Hey, it's
it
hump
on
day.
It is hump day.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, what else? So you're a nurse?
Mm-hmm.
COVID.
Just finished up nursing school. It's weird. I tell people I'm a nurse. Don't really believe it.
I went to nursing school.
Did you really?
I could be a nurse in probably have 3 or 4 more classes, and I could be an LPN.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
that's what
3.
I am. I'm
I went
an
through
LPN.
the geriatric clinicals and quit.
Nice.
So I'd
Didn't
have
like
like
it.
3 more clinicals, two more clinicals.
Why'd you quit?
Hated it.
Didn't like wiping butt. Yeah, I don't either.
I thought,
Just for the record,
see
I'm
me
like, you
being
didn't
your
like
nurse.
that? You didn't like wiping butt and cleaning up
can you
puke
see me
and stuff?
being? Can you see me?
No.
Bud, you're got to roll her over.
Yeah, dude. Good luck with that, bro. I have
Said
seen
it.
so much. Oh, dude.
Yeah, it just wasn't my thing. I thought it was going to be my thing. I went from a coal miner to going to nursing school.
That's a transition.
Strip miner. I guess I can't say it. I was a coal. We mined coal, but it was in strip mines.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's hardcore, man.
Yeah.
I'm a lawn mowing man myself.
But back. So let's see. That would have been. I'm 39. That would have been. Call it 20 years ago. 17, 18, 19 years ago. And man, male nurses that was like this big thing. Like, you remember that?
Mhm.
Oh, dude, it's still a huge
It's still
thing.
popular.
For male nurses, they're still throwing that out there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Why? What is it about?
Because there were
Oh,
3
'cause-
dudes in my class, including me. Like, there's just no dudes.
Was there?
out there.
Well, there's probably. I'd say they try to keep that just on a privacy thing. I'd say they probably don't want. I don't know. I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is what's up with male nurse? Like,
Why do they say male?
Jesus
nurse?
Christ, you can't say nothing anymore. I mean, hell,
Yeah,
you can't-
that's true. They do still say that. Yeah, that is weird. I've never thought about that. You don't say female nurse.
yeah.
I don't get too bent out of shape.
What are you gonna do the first time you call transgender a male nurse?
Dude, I work with a lot of women, and
Seems to be the new thing. You know?
man, yeah, there's not a lot of guys in there to even it out. I'm like, I don't care about your problems. Like, I have heard about your whatever for the past 3 days.
Yeah. It's time to move on.
I don't care. Can we talk about something else? It's like getting on Facebook now. Like, going to work with, like, 10 different girls is just, like,
Tough.
Oh, my gosh. And they don't even care that they're talking to you. They're just talking to talk sometimes. It's like,
They're just talking.
they're just talking to talk, man. And, of course, my mom and my girlfriend would never talk to talk. I would not. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, obviously, just the girls I work with. not my friends or anything. They would never talk to talk.
Yeah, my wife will sit down there and she'll say, well, I just come down here to talk to you. I'm like, about my day?
Like, it was the same as yesterday, pretty much.
What'd you do today? Nothing. What do you mean? Well, I just want to talk to you about.
That there's my go-to. How was your day? It was the same as yesterday.
Same as yesterday.
Oh, you're that guy. Don't be the asshole.
It
like
was the
that.
same as yesterday.
Ah, you'll get better.
It's
Like,
the same as
I
yesterday.
saw a purple
Oh, I like to
Corvette
get
on
all
the way
Mindy all
home.
hot and bothered, and I'll just say, oh, it was great, babe. Missed you, though.
Oh yeah.
Missed you,
Oh,
Hold on a
smooth
second.
operator.
Hold on. I
Write
need to
that down.
down.
Write that down.
Hey.
Does somebody have a pen?
He was just talking about Runyon pulling out the moves. And
That's
then,
true, dude. He's smooth. You
Ooh.
can tell he's a smooth operator.
You got to. You got to
Still.
be. Yeah, I've been trying to sweet talk the wife. I've been trying to fire things up a little bit. So
Yeah, I get that, dude. You got to sometimes.
I had a good buddy of mine tell me about me and my wife a long time ago. He said, never mind. I can't say it. I better not say it. He said, how many times? He said, you guys getting after it a lot? I said, probably could be more. He goes, but you got to get after it all the time.
You gotta.
He said, I'm talking 4 or 5 days a week.
Oh my gosh.
He was
man.
right.
That's what Hallelujah.
There was a reason he was in such a good marriage. It's like, hey, this is all right. Where everybody's happy.
Something wasn't right, and you figured it out, dude. That's
They
great. I'm so
they
glad for
remodeling with that. That's a powerful piece of
you.
equipment
Oh
they
my
got there, boys.
goodness, son.
That thing will make you
That
do all
is
kinds
crazy.
of stuff.
It'll make you wild.
It
I'm
will.
saying some things, boy. I'll tell you that.
I've learned so many songs for it.
Yeah,
All that.
dude. That's the reason. I was in 8th grade, and I was.
That's
I
why you
could,
start playing music.
I could play guitar.
You serenaded some girl?
Kinda. Some girl was like, "Do you know 1, 2, 3, 4 by the Plain White Tees?" And I said, "Give me 10 minutes." And I went and learned that song, and I was like, "Okay, this is a bar chord."
Did you make
Okay,
out
that
with her?
makes sense. No, it was at a church camp.
So,
Doesn't make any
yeah, so.
If you're watching this and you went to church camp, just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I don't
Just
mean
keep your
nothing.
stories to yourself. And yeah, anyway, I made out with her. And I'm just kidding.
What else, boys? Nothing else going on?
When did you say? When are you playing the soccer?
February 13th, I'll be over here.
February 13th. It's gonna be a Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I'll do all the love making songs I can think of. And
rubbing belly buttons.
Yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and
That's on Saturday, right?
Saturday.
13th. Yeah, I'm gonna play the 20th.
Oh yeah, boy.
So
That'll be
birthday
fun.
party in there. I said I'd play for. I've been wanting to get back and play some. I miss it a little bit, and it's easy now. I don't have to pack new shit, and I don't have to worry about booking. Hell, I ain't even getting paid. You know,
I just wanted to play some music.
I just want
Here
to play
I
some
am.
music, so and that's why I wanted to do it. Everybody's, I get asked a lot to play, so it's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Now I will. I have noticed that if I put it down for like long periods of time now,
Yeah.
and man, I've gotten rusty.
Have you?
I just don't
I mean,
remember.
you really like. Are you saying that like to be humble, or like you can legit?
Oh no, I can legit tell.
Because I can tell. I legit can tell if I go 3 or 4 days without playing guitar.
Uh-huh.
I can tell that I'm like, dude, I need to stop.
Now
going
sometimes
on.
it's been good. Sometimes taking a break's been good for me, especially like writing
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
and picking. Like I've probably the worst thing I could do is get in the habit of playing the wrong way all the time.
Right.
So sometimes a little reset right there will help me. Like I'll pick it up and I'll be like, I can't tell you how many times I've picked it up over the years and be like, that's what that is.
a realization. Yeah.
Because you'd be like figuring something out and like you're not in your own way anymore and like you'd pick it up. But as
Sure.
far as like getting through 3 hours, nonstop, it's hard to do. It's hard for me to stay that fresh.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
in the next couple weeks, so that'll be a week from this Saturday. So tomorrow, this weekend, somewhere around there, I'll start grabbing it and leaving it in the living room. And
Do you make a set before you go?
No.
Or do you?
I'm a request guy.
Yeah, okay. I do a lot of requests too when I play solo, but like that goes back to I have an acoustic guitar and whatever. So I'll do my best version of this.
You doing the
Justin Bieber
iPad
song?
You doing the iPad thing?
I do the phone. I had an iPad.
Candy ass. You can't.
Yeah, I am. Dude, I'm soft, man. I told you I am one of those stinkers that I'm like, I don't know the words so much that I don't know any of the words ever because I'm like, I don't know the words.
See, I think it's a bad habit. My thing is don't play it unless you know it.
Yeah.
But now I'm not saying I won't fake some words, like I'll fake those words a bunch. But as far as like reading every single, I won't play it if I got to do that.
Dude, I don't know.
I think I could do that.
I don't think I listen to any songs enough times. I'm always moving around so much. I don't think I listen to it like enough songs. Like I could probably do "She Got the Best of Me" maybe with like, and I could do "Cover Me Up." Ones that I
see.
do.
I haven't played "She Got the Best of Me." I haven't. If they gave me the first word, and I probably haven't played that song, no joke, in 3 or 4 years.
You know every word.
And if somebody give me the first word, I played it so many times. Like I'll play that thing 30 times before I'll ever play it out.
Yeah.
I'll play it so much that I'm sick of it, and then I'll take it out. And then I'll remember it. So like if somebody requests something, as long as they usually give me the first word, I can usually figure it out. If I ever knew it and it was in the set list, I can figure it out. But it is weird. I can remember stuff. I look at everything like in parts. So like I look at every song in my mind like a story, and I'll be like, this is the first part. He talks about this, and then I'm like, oh, those rhyme.
See, I get too fancy on guitar, and I
see, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I'll do a lick anywhere I can, especially when I'm playing by myself because
you play anywhere the 20th?
What is it?
You play anywhere the 20th? If you're not, just gonna play lead for me.
Okay, I will.
That'll work. Yeah.
We might be.
He's like Suge
check
Knight.
with my boss, dude. He had me.
He's like Suge Knight.
Yeah, let me check with my agent. That
if Puma shows up and shoots me, or if I get shot, because
I just don't want to double book anything.
Yeah,
see what I mean?
Oh,
stay on top of that, baby.
Oh,
you said you never turn him down.
Yeah, that's true. I don't, dude. I don't. I play anything. If somebody told me right now, hey man, bring your acoustic guitar. Gladys wants you to play. I'll fly away at the nursing home. I'd be like, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
You don't play off highway at the nursing home?
Yeah, I'm gonna go play I'll Fly for Gladys, dude.
Oh, I was thinking of a different song.
No, I'll Fly Away, dude, like the old hymn.
I was like, oh God, you Mormon son.
No, I don't know what song you're talking about, bud.
Yeah, you're thinking, I'll fly. Yeah, you're thinking about that one. Yeah. I was thinking like a death song.
Well, I mean, that is a death song if you think about it.
It is. I thought, my God, you just going over to push him over the edge.
No, dude, I'm a nurse. I'm there to nurse him back to health. I'll sing her a song and
Gladys needs one more song.
take care of her toiletry needs. And
Gladys
wants to hear Hell's Bells. Take it from the top, boys. She's in the corner. She's double rock for some hell yeah.
That's probably going to happen.
Dude, that's going to be like that.
It's going to be like that here in 20 years. That generation.
Some grandma's going to be like, will you play me WAP by Cardi B? I want to drop it down one time for Fred over there.
This TikTok and what they've been doing with that song and these duets and stuff, Jesus, it's borderline incriminating. What's that one where they put your head on my shoulder? Did you see that? What it did? They
Dude,
come out and they like, I bang you right there. Oh, God.
Dude, you see some wild. I was on, TikTok is scary. I was on Cartel TikTok one time. This dude had like bulletproof glass, and I was like, dude, if the feds are, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. I don't know how I got here. Like, they're like harvesting stuff for like cocaine and stuff, and I'm like, what? How did I get here? Like, what happened? And then people are like, you know that those videos only pop up like because of the videos you've liked, and I was like,
That's why I keep seeing all those girls because I'm like, put your head on my shoulder.
Bow, wow, 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 wow. And you're like, I hope my girlfriend's not around. Because she has TikTok. She knows all the sounds.
Headphones.
That's
my wife's
true.
on Apple City. I'm on TikTok.
I don't even know what that means, dude.
Apple City, you haven't watched this guy mesmerize all these single moms out there with his auctions? Oh, they're all they're shopping, buying cartons of toothpaste.
Sounds like something I could get into for a couple hours on
YouTube. You should.
Or TikTok.
It's on Facebook Live.
No, I can't remember that guy's name for the life of me.
He kills it. He kills it. My wife's addicted. Every night whenever I get home, I gave her a set of earbuds the other day. So now she's been wearing her hair down and like putting those earbuds in there. And like I said
like
something
talking
to
to
her.
her.
Just tonight I said something to her. I was like, hey. And she was like, what, babe? And I was like, pull your hair back. And she pulled her hair back. I was like, you dirty. I was like, you're listening to Apple City. I was like, I'm trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, dude, my girlfriend did that stuff. We went through nursing school together, and she'd like be sitting there, and they'd be like, Riley, hey, and she'd just be in her own little world. Just, I'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
pay attention. She'd be like, oh yeah, the 37, whatever, completely off. Dude, AirPods are dangerous, man. They'll get you in trouble because they're so easy. I remember putting like the actual corded headphones like through
Shirt.
through your sleeve.
Oh, I feel
In
real
high
bad
school.
for you. You know, fuckers.
That was
You remember that? That was traumatizing.
Yeah.
I remember when you used to have to pack a boombox on your shoulder.
well, yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, well, you can't sneak a boombox into class. You know, you have to be sneaky with it.
They had Walkmans.
You couldn't be sneaky with anything back then, could
I
you?
had my first car radio in a 1987 Dodge Dakota 2-wheel drive, no power steering, 4-cylinder, 5-speed.
8-track.
No, my first car stereo was a Walkman with an external speaker plugged in a headphone jack. And then I had a Discman, and you could put that Discman on like a Velcro and put it up on the top of your dash, but it would skip all the time. And then I got a regular. It was a Prestige, and it was a single dish changer. With
And you
like,
picked up babes with this equipment?
rocked the shit out of it. I mean, hell, I had like 2 3-inch speakers in the door, and that was it. Yeah, so you guys, this, and like you used to have to carry like a book of CDs. Whenever I say a book, I mean half the size of this table. You know, I mean, and if you wanted something, that was how you did it. You didn't think anything about it. But I mean, whenever we started, it was in tapes. I mean, you know, I did the whole tape thing and fast forward and rewinds.
Man.
And you would just listen to a whole album. Like, I don't understand why people put out albums anymore.
I don't either, dude. I don't either. I don't know if I'll ever put out an album unless like
A song.
label or somebody.
Why
wanted
wouldn't you just
to.
put out a song?
You put out a song, or I mean, at the most, a 4 or 5 song EP. Who, if you're writing, and this is what makes me so mad, if you're not writing your own songs, why are you putting them out there?
Man, CDs used to be about, like, you'd get them in a case, like, and like this case for some reason would be like as long as From Me to You. It'd be a really long, like, thing. I don't know why. And like the CD would be at the top of it. And I can remember when CDs, especially at the old Walmart, you're talking the one right behind Burger King. It used to be right behind Burger King in Jackson.
Gotcha.
And man, like, I think CDs back then would have been like $29.99. Like, they were super expensive.
That is insane.
And now you're buying songs for 99 cents. You know, you're getting your $10.99 a month. Get all
you're
you
not
want.
buying songs for even 99 cents anymore. Why would you do that when you could have a whole library downloaded
Did you listen
for
to
$10?
Nick Donnelly on here?
I don't think so.
Nick Donnelly, he got a song on Florida Georgia Line's album,
Oh, really?
and he's
Which
getting
one
ready.
is
Sitting Pretty.
Oh,
He wrote
nice.
Sitting Pretty.
That's cool.
Something. It's just got.
I love Florida Georgia Line. Sorry.
I kind of secretly do too.
I hate telling people that. but
I do too.
really
But
like, dude, I was
you're
just
going. You're going to groove. I'm not saying
going
you're
to,
You're
bro.
going to groove. I don't care. Yeah.
Colt, slow rolling with the top off the back of the Bronco. Like, you just
Yeah. It's here we are.
like, and they probably didn't even write more than half of them, but that's okay because they sound really cool.
So
and,
Nick, he wrote one of their songs, and then Matt Stell, that guy was like, "Every day I prayed for you."
yeah,
His next single, Nick, he just called me last week, and told me about it. That Matt Stell had picked up. Cole Swindell passed on it, and Matt Stell picked it up. Cole Swindell had it on hold and then just decided it didn't fit, so Matt Stell picked it up,
man, that's crazy.
and it's going to be his single.
That is insane, dude. See, it's like
But one song is going to
That's-
change Nick's path.
that is literally all it takes, man. There's this guy on Wallen's new album that has like 4,000 followers on Instagram.
Who is it?
Ben Burgess.
You heard of CJ Solar?
Mm-hmm.
CJ's played at Stockroom. You've played on the same stage as CJ.
Really?
I just talked to CJ yesterday. Yep. He wrote
that's insane, dude.
Watered Down Whiskey for Jason Aldean, or no, he wrote I Don't Drink Anymore.
don't think
And I don't drink any less. I don't drink anymore, but I don't drink any less. CJ wrote that. He wrote. CJ wrote Jameson Rogers' "Some Girls."
Some girls.
Get your mama on the phone, take a trip back home.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote that. Donley introduced me to him. Donley
Does he
and
know
Shane.
like Hardy and them guys then?
Hardy was his bass player before Hardy got Hardy.
You're kidding me, dude.
Yep. No, not one bit.
Dude, how? I mean, that's just
I'm
like
trying to get
crazy,
Hardy.
You know.
And
Dude,
I might be
insane,
able
man.
to. At
I
some
just
point.
joined Hardy's fan group the other day.
He's legit. Hardy's
yeah,
legit.
He writes him and Ernest write all of.
He wrote God's Country.
Yeah, he wrote God's Country, man, and he plays it all the stuff. He writes
Hardy
all
was
kinds of
CJ's
stuff.
bass player, and
He
and
looks
then-
like he'd be a bass player, honestly.
and then Hardy went on and like I've heard when Hardy hit town. And Nick, go back and listen to Nick Donley's podcast.
Yeah.
He sat in that chair.
That was a good one.
Hey, it was a good one.
Mhm.
And he talks all about it. But so he played bass with CJ. But they always said when Hardy was playing, like he was like a gifted songwriter.
Oh, dude, that man writes like One Beer and Sign Sober You.
Sign Sober You.
Best, like, dude, that's one of my favorite songs ever. I'm like, how?
Have you ever heard it, Sign Sober You? It's about a guy that goes out and he's that's third shot down.
Like, it's
I'm
so-
in trouble.
it's almost
I'm
a rap.
Newly single man.
Singing double.
oh man, it's hot. And
It's-
I don't
it's
know how
incredible,
if he
man.
if he would come out with that song again right now.
Oh,
Number one,
easy.
but like whenever he came out with that, it was he wasn't he wasn't as high up as he is now. He was kind of
Even
beginning
Red
stages.
Necker, dude, if he'd re-released
Necker's
Red
hot.
Necker. And that was a huge
Nick
song.
wrote 4x4.
No, what?
Yeah.
Dude, what the heck? That is insane, man. I'm like the biggest fangirl of country music songwriters.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think those
that's-
guys. I think
because
that's cool.
what I was saying. Like when, like these are the guys that are making Luke Combs. Oh, Luke Combs writes a lot of his stuff, but like
He
certain
does.
Guys,
He's a freak. They're comparing him to Garth.
Oh, dude, to me. I like Luke Combs, but a lot of his songs sound like praise and worship songs to me.
I think a lot of his songs sound like rookie level guitar.
Okay, so you're agreeing with me, right?
Capo in the third.
Couldn't really
plus-
tell by that like, tone, but yeah, I totally agree.
I mean,
G to
it's,
G.
yeah, it's going to be in G, and
D,
it's gonna be in
E
G.
minor, C.
And-
like
and
it's
it's-
literally worship chords.
and
dude.
yeah, and
That's all it
that's
is.
where it's going to stay. Now, in his defense, they're badass songs.
Oh,
like,
they are, man, and he knows
They're
exactly
monsters.
what people want to hear.
He knows exactly what people want to
People
hear.
wanna hear
But
them
there,
things,
let me
man.
tell you something. Whenever it comes to like three chords in the truth, Luke Combs has proven that because he don't get out of G, C, and D. He may get crazy, and if he wants to get ballady, he'll throw an off chord of a B minor in there.
Yeah, or an A minor, whichever.
So-
one
yeah,
sounds
so-
right there.
Yeah, I mean, like this guy is sticking in four chords tops, and just killing it.
Yeah.
And
Have you ever seen those guys that are like, I'm going to play you 40 songs with this chord progression? That's pretty much what.
I
it
have a
is.
12-song thing that I do at my shows,
Really
I know.
12 songs.
And-
Yeah, dude, I believe it, dude. There's so
and
many.
I never switch. I'm like, remember whenever they said learn three chords and you play 1,000 songs? I said, well, here's
Shake
12.
Here's 12 in 37 seconds.
Yeah.
Down.
You can do that with like Wagon Wheel and
Oh, anything in G, man.
I play that in A.
You play Wagon Wheel? Right?
Yeah. That's why
Like
it was
Capo
done.
too.
No, like A.
Oh,
Where it was done.
man, dude, you're hardcore. Man.
Oh, legit.
That's crazy. Do you play D's and E's in there?
Sometimes the seventh. Throwing a minor.
All right, dude, you lost me. I told you I don't know music theory, dude. I told you lost me, man.
I've been wanting to get Chad playing. Chad's a music guy.
Yeah.
Tyler, you're not much of a music guy.
No.
Tyler's a workout guy and a computer guy.
Yeah, but you know computers, you know how to make things sound good, maybe?
Yeah.
Here and
I can
there.
hold my own.
You can guess sometimes really well.
Yeah.
That's what I started doing too.
He's had to, like, man, there's a huge difference in, like, whenever I was running this through the Surface Pro.
Oh, and now?
And now, big difference. What's that,
Completely.
OBS?
Yeah.
OBS did that.
Yep.
Oh, you familiar with OBS?
Mm-mm.
What's it still? Man, them some bitches are still out there hollering.
They're still going. I don't know if it's back here or out here. They're
Yeah,
close.
They're getting
They're
closer.
getting closer.
This might be the last
They're
episode.
probably downstairs having a party.
It might be.
Yeah, inside. They're sitting where I was when I got here.
Yeah, Dylan was just sitting in the lot. He
Oh,
said,
I didn't-
He
I
texted
didn't know
me 20
anybody.
minutes ago. You just let him sit down there.
Dude, I just walked in and was like, well, this doesn't look like where I should be, but here I am. And this is the right address.
I should have texted you and said, "Hey, Dylan, we're down the street. You're
Dude, I've been like in so many weird circumstances that like everything's nowhere to me now. Like I could have walked.
Can you imagine walking to see Dylan long hair?
Just walking by, yeah, I'm just sitting there and then like posted up in a chair, with nothing else in the room really except another chair.
I'd call you Big Pudge. What does this guy look like?
Hey, man, there's a crazy pedophile trying to get into your building over there, dude. The mustache is really creeping me out. He could be a woman. We're not sure. This chick with a mustache is robbing you, dude, or already robbed you. We're not sure.
Well, boys, I think that about wrap her up tonight.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me over here.
Look forward to the show,
fun.
man.
For sure.
You might do it 2 weeks. If Puma lets him, he'll be back 2 weeks in a row.
Dude, we're playing at the Cozy 2 weeks in a row, so we'll do 2 weeks in a row. Easy.
Well, no, I meant with me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're
I'll
gonna
do
play
2
the
weeks in a
13th,
row.
and then
Yeah.
you're going to get 20th.
That ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
So they
I
can
used
see
to play
you.
Wagner's. You play Wagner's?
Play Wagner's, yeah.
I used to play
Wagner's is really the place that was like, okay, if you want to get practice in, come here every month. And I was like, okay, sweet. Is that
I had a
like-
guy down
Really
whenever I was
liked
playing
Wagner's.
music. I used to play down at Drinks in Rye Grand.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, they had a guy by the name of Austin Winkler down there, and he was the lead singer for Hinder. He's the guy that wrote Lips of an Angel.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard
So
of that.
got to know him pretty well, through the owners down there. And I'd hang out with him, play music with him some.
That's cool.
He told me one time, he said, we was driving in the truck, and he goes, man, you're screwing up. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, he wasn't like meaning me. He was just like meaning you, meaning guys in what we do.
Right.
He said, you guys are all screwing up. And I said, why is that? And he goes, well, you said you're jumping around every week. And he said, it's like trying to play Where's Waldo, trying to find out where you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you need to find one spot or like 3 spots and just be regulars at that. That way they know.
Exactly where to find you.
And that way they know where to
Hey,
go.
it's the third Saturday. They're going to be down at the Moose or whatever.
And honestly, like, I started doing that. I forget who I did that with. I did that with somebody, and I watched their crowd, like, seriously grow. Like people looked forward to coming and hearing them. I mean, it doesn't have to be every night, but it's like, hey, if you know they're going to be down there on Saturday night, you get a chance to truly build a fan base.
Yeah.
If you're playing on YouTube, you're trying to build a fan base from them in your living room, in their living room. So why not give it to them in their bar?
Yep.
I mean.
Because the same people, if you've ever hung out at a bar, at one bar, you see the same people all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And and they know exactly what you're drinking when you walk
they're-
in. That's the whole point of it.
Every
It'd be
bar had the same
thing.
people.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Be the same thing. And that's why I go back to Wagner's all the time and like it. And, because.
I'm hoping you get that at our place. You've only played there once, and it's been during COVID, so it's hard, and you're not from here, so
Right. Yeah.
but you have
I'm a
that
Waverly
opportunity,
boy. Yeah.
and that's what you should go into every gig thinking like that, like, hey, I could get this, like,
Yeah, that's what I try to go places and hang out, a couple weeks before, or because Jackson's 35 minutes from where I live, 45 minutes. So it's a good drive.
Yeah.
But it's not nothing to come down. Like I said, I love hanging out with people.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go sing to a room full of strangers. I want
Yeah.
to sing to some people that are like, "Hey, Dylan, play whatever song because that's the one we like you play." And so
Yeah.
I like that stuff,
Yeah.
man. It's exciting. It's exciting that. Things are going really well right now, and it's COVID, so we'll see what happens when things are full throttle.
it's coming back.
It is, man.
It's
I can
coming
feel
back.
it.
So,
Already playing till 11 and being tired, dude. So it's gonna come back.
all right. Well, hey, Dylan Stulley, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, sir.
Thanks for
Cheers, my
having me, man.
friend.
Appreciate you.
Give me a little Diet Pepsi bump or something, man. My gosh, Tyler.
Oh yeah.
So check him out February 13th. It'll be out before that over at Stockroom 601. And make sure you go see our sponsors. Geiger Brothers Construction with Scott Massey over in the boys, 286-0800, AP Prep. Jason Prater and those guys, they're going to earn the day. Savages. Those guys are Ben Cover, Gabe Griffiths, my God.
Drew Irvin.
Mm-hmm. Those guys are just savages. So go see those guys. If you want to learn more about them, get on apprep.info.com.
Info.
Just .info, apprep.info, and go see our boy Munn. Get yourself an apple fritter.
An apple fritter.
Apple fritter. I wonder if they're still there.
Praise the Lord.
And if you're looking for an insurance guy, I heard
life insurance is hot right now. My God, I've been selling a ton of life insurance and commercial insurance. So,
I know you have all of our business.
I do. Yes. So, hey, come see me and go see Dylan Stulley. Check him out on Instagram, Facebook. Look us up
It's all
on
Dylan Stulley.
Chubby Bartenders at Instagram.com and hit that like button on Instagram or hit that follow button.
Yeah.
The thumb. Hit that thumb on Dylan's.
Yep.
And Then also follow us on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. That's how we see how many people actually pay attention to us. So hit
Yes.
the subscribe button. So
Absolutely.
Tyler, thanks for sitting in.
Hey.
Next time, would you shut up?
Hey, well,
Yeah,
you
dude.
guys-
Seriously, you're bombarding me with.
You guys got
questions,
on the
man.
music rant, so I just let you guys
That's true, we
go.
did
And
stay on that for a while.
I was
Sorry.
just soaking it in here. I just filling a chair.
We did. All right, Chad. We'll see you next trip. Later.
All right. See you guys.